Guys, it has been a minute. Life has been busy. I've been busy with EMT school, doing a podcast called the Ride Along EMT School Podcast, and just life in general. So if you haven't seen me, been missing me, my apologies. I don't think you missed me that much, but if you have, I appreciate it. In any case, as you can see, I have joined the AR2 Mafia thanks to Gary Marr from Trimus Dynamics and Mike Fiore of Bulletin and the EMT School Ride Along EMT School Podcast. I'm going to say it right at some point. Anyway, I have joined the AR2 Mafia, but why am I here today? Why am I talking to you? Well, I'm talking to you because I'm about to do a hike to do a run through of my gear for Wolverine Warfare #2, coming up very shortly in 2 weeks. Actually less than 2 weeks. So I'm going to do a walkthrough of my gear, kind of get a feeling for how it's all going to work together. This is the outfit I'll be wearing. This is my costume for the day. So I'm sure you're going to see media out there from Prolectus Training, from Trimus Dynamics, from Bulletin, hopefully from me, as we go through the class. Again, this is with Trimus Dynamics. That is who is running the class. If you don't know, you don't. If you know, you know. So I'll be trying to get as much of what I'm doing as I can. Obviously, I'm not as prepared as I was last year, this video way anyway. So there you go, guys. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. I hope you're getting out and doing something that is hard and improving yourself in some way. And remember that your path is out there. Even if it's been a while, even if it's been almost a year, go find it. So what am I working with today? I've got a Hill People Gear chest rig right here. I've got an SOE FUPA, that is where my medical is at. I've got Mystery Ranch bag on my back. And right there is another chest rig. That is one that is laid out for shooty stuff. But this is kind of what I'm working with. And as I'm walking, even though I've done this class before, as I'm walking, I'm realizing things that I need to tweak, I need to change. Getting the hip belt properly placed is huge. Stuff like that. So this is what you learn going out and actually doing some walking. And according to sources, if I wear this camo outfit, I just disappear into the woods like magic. Get out there, guys. Test your shit. You don't know how it's going to perform until you actually get a chance to run it. So get out there and do that. Your path is out there. Mine's on this path. Go find yours. So as I sit here about halfway up the trail, realizing things I need to change and modify. Anything with a strap on it like this, like a load strap for the backpack, it needs some kind of a bigger pole because I'm not able to, I don't have enough flexibility to reach around and really grab those things. So some kind of a pull on this would be great, especially the waist belt of the pack. I definitely need to drop some weight off the pack. I know there's some fill in there that I can get rid of, so I need to do that. Otherwise, it feels pretty good. I just went up a decent hill. It's like a switchback situation. I'll show you in a second. So this is what it looks like on me. I'm officially halfway up the trail. It's a 1.7 mile trail. There you go. I got the Hill People chest gear here. This has my radio, flashlights, navigation stuff, extra mags for my pistol, which is also mounted in here. We're gonna break this down and show you a little bit. I've got this lovely boonie on, SOE FUPA with medical stuff, and then I have the Mystery Ranch bag and my shooty chest rig on it. So we're gonna take all this off, kind of show you what's in it, coming right at it. So first thing to remember is, what do you want to be able to get off first? So realistically, a rifle will go across all this, but the rifle at the moment, I'm in a town park. I don't want to freak people out, so I'm not sporting a rifle. But the thing is, what do you want to take off first? What do you want to be able to drop first? I can easily get to my medical, so that's not a problem. There's a little buckle here I can pull and pull this out. But realistically, the thing that I would probably want to drop first is the pack. So I release there, I pull over here, and I release the sternum strap like so, and then the pack is off of me and potentially dropping straight to the ground, especially if I had to really move. What does that leave me with? Well, it leaves me with my rifle. It leaves me with some ability to sustain said rifle. Not a lot, but some. It also leaves me with my EDC, which is here in this pouch here. Next thing I maybe want to get to is my medical. Well, that just comes right off like that. So now I've got my medical in my hand, or if I'm shot, the guy that's helping me has my medical. So that's off of me. And then very last thing is kind of my sustainment stuff, is my chest rig here. This has food, it has navigation stuff, it's got my radio. This is the last thing I drop. Now, if I was in shooty mode, I would have the other chest rig on. All right, so we're gonna break everything down, go over what's in it, coming right at you. So here we go. So this is the Hill Peeper chest rig, sorry. I'm not sure what model this is. I think it's their big one though. So again, I've got antenna here that's going down to my radio, which is right there. And that is sitting in a Velcro pouch right there. I've got nav stuff. If I open this all the way. So I've got some nav stuff, compass, map, GPS, extra battery for the radio. I've got an area map, again, 2 of those, flashlight. In the very front pocket, this is going to get kind of goofy because I'm doing this one-handed, my apologies. I do have a set of paste beads, soon to not be orange. And then in here I've got just food. I've got pouches for like your water. And then behind all this, hopefully, I knew that was going to happen. And then behind all this, I've got my EDC holster, which I shoved in there. First wave holsters. Right now, my current best holster I've ever run, Appendix. It has been fantastic. Can't say enough good things. First wave, check them out. And then I've got my EDC in a Green Force Tactical FUPA holster. That is what that is right there. So that's kind of the first line stuff. And that's the last thing that would come off my body. So that's my first line stuff. Now for second line. Second line would be, what, like the medical. So this is a FUPA from SOE, Special Operations Equipment. And it has in it a total of 4 tourniquets. Why? Because I have 4 limbs. I have a quick access one mounted there, and when this bad boy pops open, which is what it's designed to do, I have 2, 3, 4. So that is my IFAC setup. And also it's enough stuff that if I had to, I could use it on somebody else, but that's not the design, it's not the purpose of a IFAC. But basically this has enough contents. I think it has a total of 3 IFACs in this. So there's a lot of medical equipment for trauma, and that's what this is designed around. as well as some shock treatment with the rescue blankets and things like that. So that is my medical setup. I have done videos about this before. I'll link them below. So that's this. So then, what if I'm in a situation where I'm shooty, like where I'm not just, a calm walk through the woods? What's an important thing that you need if you're going to survive, especially in any kind of environment where you're working with a group of people? That would be communications. So I showed you my radio, and it had a push to talk on the thing, on the strap, and this is what I'm running for comms. These are from a company called Savox. These are the basic equivalent for tech. Sorry, that's backwards. This is the same thing as a Comtac 5s, I believe. It's the same basic technology in this for much less. These have been fantastic. And I know people that have Comtacs, Peltors, and have gone to these, and they say the same thing. It's been really good. So that's this. Comms, if you don't have communication, you're dead. Then for the shooty stuff. Good enough. Go. This is my shooty stuff. This is a chest rig by T-Rex Arms. It's not really on me all the way because the strap's being difficult, but I wanted to give you an idea. So on the outside, I've got gloves. I've got a spot here for all of the navigation stuff that was in there, plus the radio. It has a spot dedicated here for the radio. I have some smokes over here. I've got food, like utensils and things here. I've got some mags here. And then across the front, I also have mags. They're actually nice and tight to the body, which I like because I could dump all these pouches, cinch this tight, and it becomes really low profile for what it is. I really like the chest rig. Exodus knife and tool. This is the Adventure Craft, I believe. This is it's for cutting up food. But if I had to stab somebody, I could. Very thin, very wide blade for the size. Adventure Craft. Exodus knife and tool. Go get one. So that lives right there. And then I also have a church key right here. Church keys are really great for certain malfunctions. Good stuff. And then there's a zipper spot here that has food and pouches for water, things like that. So that is my shooty rig if I was doing that kind of stuff. Okay, so the main pack. It's not light. This is from Mystery Ranch. It has a bunch of stuff in there that I'm not necessarily going to tear into. Last year when I did the class, I went hammock. This year I'm going to be a ground dweller. So I've got a tent. I've got a sleeping bag, sleeping system, military sleeping system. I also have a ground pad, that kind of thing. So that's going to be this year. I'm going to be a ground dweller. We're going to see how that goes. And again, I'm all AOR2'd up, much to the delight of our instructor, I'm sure, because he sings the praises of this camo pattern, so I'm going to give it a shot. So far, it's been very effective. This has been a long video. I'm going to cut it short. Again, guys, get out there, do your thing. You want to use your shit. How do you know if it's going to work if you don't use it? It's kind of important. So just throwing it out there. Again, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Guys, have a great day. And remember, your path is out there. Go find it.